arch from the Church of Soul glimmers with kinetic magic potential. As the door and portal is about to open, you boom, ball perfectly up in the air. You snag it as this skeleton dives at what he thought was going to be a portal, but instead becomes nothing.
You daybreak.
As he turns around, he presents one moment of weakness, which is all you need for your rapier to flash forward, and he falls to his knees. You see that Rog, the paralysis ends on him, and he is fully dead.
I revivify.
I'm gonna use my Whisper of Terrors.
Do whatever you want. You can't tell people that my parents.
You will defend us with your body to anyone who tries to say anything bad about us.
Also, what happened here?
Hello and welcome back to Fantasy High. My name is Brennan Lee Mulligan. These are our intrepid heroes. Say hi, intrepid heroes. I love it more every time now. Guys, last we left off, we were on the Blood Rush field. Coach Daybreak had been shot in the back of the head after being stabbed through the neck, after being axed in the back, after being made to violently his pants.
That guy.
He deserved everything that came to him.
He really did. What if it was funny?
You guys stand over the body of Rog Barkrock, who is weeping, terrified of you guys and Fig's insane, potent, necromantic, bardic, fiendish magics. You see that Rog is just weeping on the ground beneath you, going, whatever you guys need. I swear to God, whatever you guys need, I'll do whatever you want.
I'm not choking him out anymore.
You can be if you'd like.
I think I let go.
Yeah. You let go. He gets up and does the like.
First things first. I need you to
Say it.
kneel before Gorgug and tell him he's a big, strong man.
What's happening?
This seems unnecessary.
Rog kneels before Gorgug and says, "Big strong man, dude. You big strong man. You took me out, dude. Took me out, dude."
Does that feel good? I can call him
It doesn't
off.
feel good, honestly.
Okay. Never mind. Sorry, I thought
I
that'd
just
be
asked him to
therapeutic.
apologize. That might have been.
I appreciate that.
Feels like we're done here. What
happened?
We have a lot of questions for him.
I
right?
take out my
Yeah.
flask of dwarven vodka and pass it around.
No, that has
Yeah.
friends still cost on
No,
it.
no,
That's a
this
different
is
Oh,
the
you
one.
cleaned it out.
I got it from the liquor.
Rog,
cabinet.
have,
Oh,
a,
yeah.
have a drink with us. No.
You guys are freshmen. What the?
Yeah, we're cool freshmen. We've been telling you.
Yeah, I guess so. You just killed Coach Daybreak.
Yeah, but because he was trying to kill us.
Yeah, what was he trying to do? He had this ball he wanted to... Do you really want the apocalypse, Rog?
What?
I know you like the coach, but he was trying to destroy the world.
No
trying
way, dude. What are you
He was
talking
trying
about?
to... You
What
see
do you
that
think
freaking
was
dark...
happening?
That portal?
What I think was happening, dude? Dude, Coach was like, "Rog, we're going, dude," and I was like, "Yes!" And I got in the van, and then we went to this like big. It was like a house with like no beds and like so many chairs and like benches and stuff.
Was it in a bank?
I think it's a church. You're
a
talking about a
church.
church? You've never been to a church
Ooh.
before.
Don't know
Rog.
Do you know what
What?
a church
Rog.
is?
Dude, off, dude.
Okay,
off my
okay.
back.
All right, you went to this house
come
with
his
no
back.
beds and just benches.
His bench house.
His bench house. What happened at the bench house?
So the bench house, he went and he like took a scroll and he did a thing where like the stone got like sad or whatever, and then
And you were able to pull it out by hand.
He said, "Rod, flip out," and I flipped out. And I got it out of the wall, dude.
Was Porter there?
Huh?
Was Porter there? The teacher, the barbarian teacher.
You are obsessed with this teacher, and he has nothing to do with anything.
I'll catch him. I'll catch him yet.
Look, Rog, I have a question, okay? To start from the beginning. Remember that day when I think either you shoved into me and threw my Bible or someone else did, but you were around? Do you remember that?
The first day of school?
Yeah, the first day of school.
First day of school. Oh, I took the ball and I dunked the ball.
He did.
It was very cool. Look, but about the Bible.
Do
You also
remember that
dunked a
part?
Bible. Do you remember the second dunk of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I chucked your book into the kitchen, dude.
Yeah, my book of Helio, you did that. It was great. Did you do anything to the book first, or did you just take the book out of my hands and throw what you took?
Smack and grab and. But
I
3
hate you
points.
more each moment.
Okay. What?
But I didn't. I regret doing that.
Did someone tell you to do that?
No one told me to do it. I regret it because Coach chewed my ass out. He was like, "What were you doing? Why did you do that?" And I was like, "She bore false witness, Coach. I was trying to make you."
Oh, so Coach was really mad that you did that.
He was so pissed, and he was like, "You have no idea the forces you're meddling with." And I was like, I'm sorry. I love
Love the coach frog?
You.
Fuck you, dude! He swings and just clocks.
I will tell everyone that you share your pants.
He deals a straight
I wanna-
5 points of
I want
damage
to
to you.
uncanny dodge him.
Oh, you-
so he doesn't have. Ow, that still hurt. But
I'm gonna. Can I grapple him?
Yeah, go for it.
What check is that?
That's an opposed athletics check.
Okay.
Can I intimidate him?
You can go ahead and intimidate him if you like.
I got a 19.
Oh, rad. Okay.
I got a intimidation. I got a 25.
25. You get up behind him. And he's like, "Get off me, dude! Get off me, dude! You guys talking about my coach!" And you walk up in front of him.
What did I tell you?
Sorry, it's just when people. I'm sorry.
Rog, I'm sorry.
It's just when people say that I have feelings, it's like, you. I never do.
Rob,
You should just cry.
here is an idea.
Cry.
that I think
Let
that you should
yourself
take.
cry right now,
Like,
or
Cry.
let yourself
cry.
cry.
Don't
It will
bully.
feel good.
Yeah,
Do it.
Wait,
Crying feels really good.
You see that spheres of tears form, and he just squinches his face and pushes the water back into his tear duct.
Can I cast thaumaturgy and have the sound of sweet music that you could cry to just play in his ears,
Ooh.
sad crescendos?
Guys, this
Can
is-
I
this
create
is
a minor
bullying.
illusion of
He hit you.
a puppy cleaning a kitten?
Yeah.
So this music starts, this distant choral music, and you just see a little puppy cleaning a kitten, and you see he goes, "Oh, they're natural enemies, but they're just helping each other."
Whoa. Is he barking?
Is this what you wanted?
Just huge. You see tears with weird backed up gunk from his tear ducts begins to sludge out of his eyes down his face. What's happening? You hit me, dude. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding out of my eyes.
You're not. It's not
No,
blood. It's
it's
just
just
tears. There's water. It's
It
good for
feels
you.
good to cry.
I'm a big man.
Yeah, big
It's like
men
if you
cry.
didn't jerk off for a while, you would need to sometimes.
What? Jerk off.
Your eyes are jerking off right now.
Oh, wait, is that true?
Yeah, you're coming. Good for you.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm so good at sex. I come out of my eyes when I feel this way.
Are we helping or
this what
hurting?
you guys This is not what we
I
wanted.
don't know. He hit you.
Adaine, what did you want to say?
I think that you need to go and work on your emotions, and maybe you can just go take a druid class or something, plant some trees or something.
Plant trees, more like.
You're not cool, okay?
Rog, what else did you and Coach do? And don't just talk about sports. What did you guys do that was like the pulling the doorway out of the house with no beds, aka a church, for future reference?
Oh, there was some, he told me, if Zane, that that f***ing weird kid?
Yeah.
If Zane ever, asked for help, or I, was supposed to keep an eye on him, if he ever, went to a teacher, or it looked like he was, getting friendly with people, that I was supposed to kick his keep him alone.
Did you ever go to his apartment?
Zane?
Yeah.
No, dude, that guy sucks. He's lame.
Can I see if he's lying?
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
5. I think I might get advantage on that stuff, or else maybe it just goes up to 10 automatically on a roll.
Sure. if you
I
want.
have +8 to it, so it's like a 13.
That certainly beats any deception that he would have. You look at this guy, and Riz, you get a sinking feeling in your stomach, which is that this Jamoke is a goon, dumb muscle. Doesn't know.
Yeah.
I think that's what I figured as well. That's why I was trying to help him work through his feelings.
Yeah. Hey, do you know where Coach lived? You ever been to Coach's house?
Dude, all the time, dude. Coach would like get me over there, and we'd like just drink a bunch of punch, and we'd talk about sports and stuff.
Yeah, bring us. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I want punch. Let's go.
Wait, okay, we can go. I just had one more question. Was there ever anyone besides Coach like telling you to do stuff?
You're specifically dressed like a scarecrow.
Or Porter.
Okay, look, it's not Porter.
Definitely not Porty.
He's like, that's a weird thing to ask.
Why?
Because, like, Coach was the boss, and he didn't take shit from anybody. But the day after the happened with that corn in the cafeteria, he looked more up and scared than I've ever seen him. Like, he looked shook. And I was like, Coach, everything okay? And he told me to hit the showers. And I was like, it's breakfast. And I was like, I shouldn't do that.
You just take a shower?
He would tell me to take a shower sometimes.
How often were you taking showers?
I take like 4 showers, 5 showers a day.
It's one of his phrases. He told me to take a shower after tryouts, and I was like, why would I take a shower?
But you actually take a shower?
Dude, when Coach says, jump, I say, please.
That's definitely the saying.
Is Coach like your dad? Or like...
What'd she say, dude? Did you know that? Did someone tell that to you?
Was
Did
Coach
someone
your
tell that?
dad?
Did someone say that my Coach was my dad?
Can I do
'Cause
an
always-
inside check on
Yeah,
what
go
the
for it.
is going on? 3.
He goes, I always thought Coach was my dad. And like, so if you heard
I
anything.
don't think he's your dad.
Look, I know what it's
I
like
was
to
wondering if
not
he was like a father figure to you.
Fully understand who your dad is and think that specifically the Coach was your dad.
I'll
You've been
go.
there.
He's in there.
Rog sort of like quiets everybody, even though he's completely on right now, and he like you still have him like this, and he like leans his head around to get his like mouth near so he can like see up into your eyes, kind of. And he goes, "Dude, do you not know who your dad is?"
Not my real dad.
Dude, I don't know who my dad is either.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right?
He just gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
All right, that feels like a sign that we should depart.
I kind of wanted to
to
see where
write
this
this
is
out.
I'm here for
Should
it.
I just
I have so many questions, and some of them are being answered right now.
so you get me, dude. But
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. I was out of line, dude. And honestly, Owlbears would be lucky to have you, dude, because you ran the field, dude, and I up. I'm sorry, dude.
I have one more question. Not Sam, but what was her? Penelope. How was we weren't at school today. How's Penelope doing?
Penelope, she's all right, I guess. She's so weird, because like Dane is so cool, and he's constantly hanging out with like Penelope. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, she can't play Blood Rush, so what's going on?
Cool.
Do you
Great
ever-
intel. Great intel. Thanks.
Do you
Thanks.
ever think about? Have you ever had any dreams about him?
Dane?
Yeah.
Tons, dude.
Yeah. Like, what happens?
I had a dream where he was like a unitor, you know, like a unicorn centaur, right? Where he had like the legs of a horse, and then it was his body. And centaurs don't wear shirts.
Yeah, of course.
he
And
have
then
a horn?
a phallic.
And then he
horn.
had a horn,
Phallic
and he
horn.
was like, "Rog, I know where our dad is, and you need to get on my back."
Do you think Dane is your brother?
He said it, and I got super sad, but I didn't understand why. And then I got on his back, and we just rode for like forever, just forever. And I just
How were
knew-
you holding on to, like, so that you wouldn't fall off?
I was just normal, like horse, but I had my hands wrapped around his like front part, you know, like human
Nice.
torso, and I had to like be kind of scooch back, because I was naked, so I didn't have, so like my was getting hit by like the horse body.
I use message to, in the quietest little whisper of a voice, as if it's coming from his own brain, just whisper, I think you're gay, dude.
You see that
Just like really quietly.
he hears a voice, and you see he just goes,
Hey,
Whoa!
God, maybe I should.
"Shut up, dude! Who said it?"
Huh?
I feel
What's
like
up?
maybe I shouldn't be just holding him like this.
I mean, it's fine.
This feels like it's going rather
Yeah.
far, if
I
I
think-
do say so.
Rog, I think you just need to take some time and you just need
Yeah.
to think about some stuff. I
Yeah.
think
I think
you're going
that
to be a
you-
lot happier of a person if you just kind of.
Truly, go see Jawbone tomorrow. And,
Yeah,
Talk
Yeah.
about the
Definitely.
future.
You should talk about this dream to Jawbone.
Yeah.
Werewolf, dude?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty rad, right?
I
He
guess
does a lot of drugs.
word. Oh,
Yes.
dude, Jawbone sounds sick. I'll talk to Jawbone.
Yeah, you should.
I think you're going to be a much happier person.
All right,
should- yeah.
whatever, you fucking losers. Thank you so much for talking to me.
I let go.
You're not a bad guy, Rog.
Yeah, you're a good guy.
Rog, we're glad we brought you back to life.
You say that, and he just fully bursts into tears. But he doesn't move. So it's just and pure rivers. There's not like intervals between tears. Just pure rivers of tears. Just
Oh.
no one's ever said that to me before.
We're really proud of you, Rog.
Yeah.
You showed good hustle out there, man.
If anyone talks about you guys around them, I'm gonna them. All right. So
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat their dude.
No, you don't have to do
Great.
that.
Yeah, one more time.
Keep an
Just
eye
one more
out for
time.
us. If somebody tries to like dunk me, you just stop it. You know, you don't need to.
Yeah.
No,
All
I
right.
think you
If
should.
any shit about you, get in there.
And like maybe
Okay.
just like listen to some chiller music.
What?
I think we
Just
got
like,
you.
yeah.
We're good.
Wait,
We
will
did
you
it.
tell us where Coach's house is?
Rog, hit the showers.
Well, before you hit the shower,
Just sprints towards the showers as fast as he.
find out where Coach's house was.
No, I don't think so.
Don't you guys want to go?
Do you wanna go to
snoop
Coach's
through
house?
Coach's
I
house?
definitely do.
probably
Yeah.
look
Rog,
up.
where does Coach live?
He lives down the street, man. He lives over by the old Church of the Soul.
Cool, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Cool.
I'm gonna now enter a period of downtime with you guys. I know that's a little bit surprising to say, but we're going to actually do a little bit of narrative montaging right now. You guys arrive at Coach Daybreak's house later that day, and you find an insane cult, shadow, spikes, dungeony, weird, like flagellating religious stuff all over the apartment. You find names of all the people that are in town that are like involved with the Harvestmen.
Whoa.
You find all this incriminating. You find research about hellmouths, opening them inside of a person, traditional contradoxy. You find about opening a hellmouth inside of a portal, using a portal to do it. Tons and tons of incriminating here. What do you guys do having discovered all this stuff?
I think, dude, is there anything about anybody on the police force that is involved with the Harvestmen before we decide to call the cops?
I don't
I
think
mean,
we
ver-
should call the
yeah.
cops no matter
There
what.
are a couple of people you recognize as being cops that are Harvestmen. You don't see anybody on there that outranks your mom.
Okay.
What about
Why
Porter?
don't you just tell your
Is Porter
mom
on there?
directly? Why don't you just tell your
Is
mom?
Porter on there? The barbarian?
You do not see Porter.
No one else thought it was
that
Porter.
one
He's not
time.
a human.
Jesus.
He just wasn't
He's
rattled.
made of
he's
rock.
A, he's
He
a barbarian.
Suss out where
right?
he's
Yeah.
Like, he like really liked you,
Yeah,
wanted to
isn't he
take
your
you under his
Yeah,
favorite
he
wing.
seemed,
teacher?
he seemed nice.
Yeah.
Your
just
dad
don't-
is a demon. Your dad's a demon.
Do you contact?
Yeah, I guess we'll call.
The ball, it sounds about right.
I guess we'll call my mom.
Wait, we're gonna. Oh,
Or-
we're gonna call your mom.
Should we see? Is there anything? So we still have this chest with this like
I
weird
think
dark
that we
orb
should.
in
I
it.
think
Is there-
we should go through the list of people and go knocking down their doors, and I can intimidate them.
That's insane. They're adults.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Yeah, and I'm a powerful young lady.
I think we call the
Gross.
ball's mother.
Right. Can we? Yeah. Let's call my
You
mom.
guys, you can go ahead and make an investigate check if you'd like to see if you turn up anything particularly juicy.
Great.
here
Yeah,
in
can
the
I do
coaches.
detect magic as
Yes,
well?
you can.
Investigate. I got
11.
I got a
20.
25.
Oh baby. Yeah.
Oh.
I got a 25 as well.
I got a 2.
I got
and
a
then that's
20.
-1, so I got a 1.
I knew it. I think this house is your dad.
Adaine, you discover a arcane lock on a secret compartment in the back of the place. You open it up. You find tons of personal information having to do with the coach's whereabouts, stuff about Zane Darkshadow and him funding Zane Darkshadow's apartment, like paying for Zane Darkshadow's apartment. You find correspondences with Zane about contacting Johnny Spells and connecting those guys. You also find a bunch of his personal financial stuff, which may sound a little bit uninteresting, but you see that Coach Daybreak was pretty broke, but made vastly more money than you would think a coach at a high school would make. And made frequent deposits in a trust fund at KVX Bank.
Do we see where the money is coming from? That
Yeah,
he's,
like
making?
was it a pay stub from the school?
From the school.
Like his salary is just super high.
So he's just the coach.
He's not even a teacher and a coach. He's just the coach.
Yeah,
but that means someone at
Somebody
the
on
school
the school
approved
board
that.
is paying
Right.
him.
Is the trust fund under his name or is it under somebody else's?
The trust fund has some weird legalese thing that doesn't appear to have a name attached to it. It's some protected trust.
Can we see how much is in it currently? Like just an insane amount.
Unfortunately, you can only see the deposit amounts.
Okay.
Let's break into the bank.
Do we see anything about the missing girls or Penny?
You see nothing about the missing girls.
Okay.
Clearly, this thing that he was depositing in is probably like the trust fund is probably financing the Harvestmen.
It could be one of their
Could be.
accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could be that he has a secret kid or something to do with Zane Darkshadow. Or why do you have a trust fund? Like, why does one have a trust fund? It's like
Is it
a
his
video
trust
kid,
fund or is
right?
it a fund that he has
Funding-
access to it? Like, it could be a
but he said
cumulative.
specifically a trust fund.
Do we see anyone on the list of names that are sort of involved with this that would be on the school board?
Not
we
that you
know.
can
Is
see.
there
we
any
know.
sort of hierarchy from this list of names? Can we get a sense of like who is like? Are we getting a sense from this that he was running this entire Harvestman, or that he was working
With
with
two
the Harvestmen?
25s and a 20, you absolutely get the sense that Coach Daybreak was the brains of the operation as far as the Harvestmen were concerned.
Can I look around and see like if he's married or like look for family members or anything like that?
Single, there's some stuff from his childhood and parents and things like that, but nothing about any current family.
Can you look for like, is there like a lockbox key or anything like that?
Oh,
You find the lockbox key and it's what gets you into that little arcane.
no,
But like
like
for a
the-
bank,
Because
like a
For the bank?
Gotcha.
Oh.
No, you don't find any kind of thing here that would. You find nothing in this place that would insinuate that Coach Daybreak lived a life of wealth or had any
Maybe-
ability.
Can I write down the account number for the bank? For the bank account?
Yeah, you guys can
Trust
record
fund
all the
account?
information
Okay.
you want.
Yeah.
cool.
I'm gonna
What
write
if
down
you went to the bank as him
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
with all his records?
Yeah, if we could, I don't think I could. I'm trying to think of. Am I allowed to use Mantle of Whispers like on a day-old corpse?
Unfortunately, not.
Too bad.
Okay. Should we call my mom?
yeah.
Yeah.
You call Sklanda. She rolls up to the apartment, is flabbergasted, looks over at you and says, "Kiddo, what the hell's going on?"
So there were some dark goings on at the school, but we got to the bottom of it. It seems like have you heard of the Harvestmen?
Yeah, they're a cult.
Right. I think Coach Daybreak was like the brains of the operation.
She looks around. You guys have all your assembled evidence here. She goes, "Where is Coach Daybreak right now?"
He's super.
He killed
dead.
himself.
You don't like that. We killed him. He's dead.
shot
He tried to
himself
kill
in
us.
the back
He
of the
tried
head.
to-
We get to lie. You lie to
I
my
killed
dad,
him.
but I can't lie to your mom.
My mom's cool.
All right. All you children have to come downtown. You have to come downtown.
Wait,
I'm not
what?
coming
But there are
down.
bad cops. There are dirty cops.
Look at
You
this.
can-
You see the couple of cops. There's like one guy who's like in the middle of having a hamburger who looks over as you say, "Dirty cops."
There's evidence. People who nobody who outranks you.
She grabs it, looks.
I
She looks
trust
at
a
it,
demon
says-
over a cop.
"Sweetie, this checks out. Go wait in the car. We're gonna take care of this."
Yes,
All of
ma'am.
us?
Can I make an insight check on her?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, and that's funny.
Nat 20!
Hell yeah.
You with an insight that often eludes Gorgug, you look at this woman. First of all, you've beefed it a couple times. For sure, not your dad. Wouldn't make sense for any number of reasons. we'll call it 99.9, not your dad, right? On top of that, this woman is on the warpath. You see the look on her eyes with the evidence here that she has been wanting to clean up this precinct for a long time and now has the ability to do so.
You're not
See,
my
my
dad.
mom rules.
What's that?
You're not my dad.
That-
You're clearly not my dad.
Mom, I'm so sorry. I don't.
I don't understand.
You've got a lot on your plate. We're gonna go wait
I
in
know
the
we were
car.
all wondering.
We do have something to talk about.
I just want you to know, before you take me downtown, I actually have diplomatic immunity.
Oh, the 5 of you need to come downtown with me.
I
I
have
I'll
diplomatic.
go, but
That's fine.
No, we won't place you under arrest. You're
no,
diplomatic.
I have
but
diplomatic
I'll just come with my
immunity, too.
friends.
I do have diplomatic immunity too.
No, you don't.
Sometimes.
I do. I
Yeah.
bet I do.
What country are you from? Oh, there it is. So, you see, she says, she says, all right, we'll take you downtown. You guys get loaded into a cruiser, brought downtown. You get some fast food brought to you. You hang out for a little while.
Delicious.
I eat none of it.
I do.
I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of downtime now.
Great.
Your guys' defeat of Coach Daybreak and the evidence brought to Detective Gutgak completely dissembles the Harvestmen cult in Longville.
Heck yeah.
Over the next couple days, Detective Gutgak goes to work. These homes are raided, including the home of the Applebys.
Wow.
Your parents are cleared of wrongdoing. They're not involved in any criminal activity, but they were involved enough that their home got raided. Your mom and dad come to you the day after the home gets raided, and you see your mom says, well, I guess your new friends know which side their bread's buttered on, huh, Kristen?
I don't know what the means. Mom, what were you doing with the Harvestmen?
It's hard for humans here, all right, in Solus.
Oh, victim. You are always pretending to be a victim, Mom. I don't want to talk to you.
Hey, don't you talk to your mother that way, young lady.
Okay, fine. I just have a question. Why? Coach Daybreak wanted to make me a hellmouth. He was gonna sacrifice me since I was somehow already promised to God, which is something I didn't ask for.
Nope, he did not.
Yes, he did.
He did not.
He absolutely did.
Prove it.
I can. There's a lot of proof.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that could fill a book. Mom, you're dumb.
You see, your father says, well, you know what? Because you seem to have a whole new family, Kristen, maybe you can go stay with them, huh?
You know what? Family's a loose word, Dad. A lot of different people can become your family. You know what? All I want are answers. And I'm your kid. I feel like I should be able to get answers from you. I cast light on my new book on the subject of world religion, and I hold it up as though it just glows on its own. This is where I've been finding some answers.
You get that out of our house right now!
What is even in it, you idiot?
You see they both leap over the sofa, scrambling, grab like pole arms off the thing and like brandish pole arms at you. I don't know what the hell is in that book.
You live a fear-based life. Goodbye. And I slam the door.
You slammed the door.
Kristen Applebee's, you can come stay with me. I've been living at Galier's place.
Hell yeah. Mother.
Rotten
Ooh.
yogurt.
I've started cursing for the first time, and my blood pressure is always super high, but in a good way.
Cool. Kristen is staying with Fig at Strong Tower,
Hell
along
yeah.
with Riz down the hallway.
too.
You guys are all staying in the same
know you
apartment
live
complex.
Cool. Can we all go to the vending machine together?
Yeah.
If I get a string cheese and you guys get crackers, we can make cheese and crackers for dinner.
Let's definitely do it. And also, Galier has a ton of yogurt. He
Oh,
has
I'll
so
eat the
much
expired stuff.
yogurt.
I don't care.
Yeah, same. It's just fun to hang out.
Yeah.
I miss my brothers a little bit.
You can come to mine for dinner if you like, but you have to sit at the table with my terrible parents and
Can I
sister.
bring Galier? I worry that he doesn't eat if I'm not there.
You're probably 100% right.
So I'm going to go ahead now and say that you guys experience a whirlwind over the next days and weeks at the school. I don't want to rush past anything you guys want to do, so feel free to stop me if you have things you guys want to do.
I have one point that I want us to address. We never found the palimpsest.
Oh yeah, we never
Yeah,
found. Daybreak
palimpsest.
didn't have the palimpsest.
He did break something that looked
Broke
like a
the owlbear
palimpsest
one.
that the owlbear came out of, but I don't think that was our palimpsest.
That remains as an element of mystery to you guys. You talk to your mom, Sklanda, who, now that half of you are over at Strong Tower, that ends up being kind of your hangout point. You come over to the Gutgak residence for, honestly, takeout. You get like sort of a, Bastion Market sort of takeout.
Bastion Market.
I'm
We eat
so
this all the time.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Real quick, maybe we should set up Galir and your mom.
That would be awesome.
Cool. Let's try and get them together.
You see that Sklanda sort of takes the little plastic containers out and puts them around and says, all right, kids, go ahead and eat.
I just bring a little thing of Elven whey bread out and just eat that.
I push mine over the ball.
I'm sitting in between Sklanda and Galir, and I ask Galir to switch with me, so he's next to her.
Galir switches with you.
Very well, daughter.
You see, he looks over and says, Sklanda, this meal is exquisite. This corned bread is particularly scrumptious. It reminds me of lambas. Do you have lambas where you're from? Where are you? Are you from the Mountains of Chaos? She looks up and says, I'm from Bastion City. I didn't make any of this. This is takeout. I've sort of worked a long shift. He says, I'm going to go ahead and actually roll a charisma check. That's a nat 20. You see, he says, Sklanda, I have rudely interjected myself ignorantly into this conversation. I won't lie to you, Sklanda. I found out recently that one of my shoes is so filled with mildew because a pipe in my bedroom is leaking that I have a fungal infection in my foot, which I didn't think was possible for elves to get.
This is a 20.
This is a 20 charisma.
Can I wink and give him bardic inspiration?
Sure.
I'm worried about him.
You see, he says, I should see myself out. It's been a long time since I've sort of spoken with anyone, and I've made a fool of myself. You see that Sklanda says, Gil, it's okay. You're fine. You can take a seat. Can I get you something to drink? You want anything to drink? You see, he says, I actually brought this. It's a bottle of Elven wine. And you see that there's a big, like, Costco brand Elven wine, like, huge bottle. You see, he pops it open. Sklanda knocks it back, says, thanks, I appreciate it. I haven't had a glass of Elven wine in I don't know how long. And they start to kind of chat. Sklanda gets a little bit in her cups and starts actually talking about the case to you guys. She goes, yeah, you guys did amazing work. That was really, really incredible. I can't tell you how proud I am. Obviously, don't kill any more of your teachers.
We only killed one. The other
Sure.
two killed each other.
Right.
Yeah, and technically, I mean, the coach isn't even a teacher.
Yeah, so
I suppose you haven't killed any
Oh, the lunch
academic
lady.
faculty yet.
exactly.
Yeah.
Did kill a lunch lady.
I mean, she
Yeah.
killed
Adaine killed a lunch
I mean,
lady.
we all did it together. It wasn't
We
just
did not
me.
do it. You exclusively beat her over the head with a ladle.
Mom, what does... have you found any evidence about the missing girls with this Harvestman stuff?
She nods and says,
Excuse you.
Many apologies.
she nods to you and says, she says, we've been tracking them. We think Daybreak may have sent the palimpsest to High Court. There's a lot of harvestmen and religious fundamentalists in the nation of High Court. So now it's just kind of a waiting game. We have to get the State Department to give us some kind of extradition and allow us to conduct a foreign kind of investigation.
Say no more.
Oh, for sure not. No.
Cool.
Yeah, not for you. You see, she says, I actually am going to speak with your father about it soon, Adaine, because we might need Falinel's help. High Court is extremely, they're in a politically kind of unstable place, and having some Elven mediation would probably help us.
Can I give you some advice that you might not want to hear?
Sure.
I would have maybe, if you have a colleague who is an elf, my dad sucks. Talk to him.
Roger that. Yeah.
I actually know-
I appreciate the being straightforward. It is what it is.
Like your dad's racist.
I know a really good, very charismatic elf that's like a diplomat.
This yogurt tastes just like potatoes.
That's potatoes. You're eating potatoes.
You're just eating mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
I've committed
Not everything is yogurt.
another own goal for Galia Faith. Yes.
Oh, cool.
All right.
I tussle what's left of my dad's hair.
Oh, that's my bald spot. I was wondering why there wasn't fruit at the bottom, and now I
Potatoes?
You don't have to go into it, Galia.
Yeah. It was
thought-
it was
you
a
thought it was
sad
only
moment.
yogurt,
and
it
it
was
was
I gotta
mashed
be honest.
potatoes.
Like
I want to
mashed
hear
potatoes.
more.
You just move on. Just run forward.
You guys end that dinner. It's a lovely night. Galia is kind of talk a little bit more. The weeks and months that follow from here, the trail kind of goes cold for you guys. There's a complicated extradition process with High Court. Also, you guys get a little bit distracted. This big bad guy took a fall, and maybe Riz, you're still a little hung up on it because of Penny, but your lives at Eggfort completely change after the events of the last battle. You guys are this weird kind of unspoken posse. The seniors all stop making fun of you. You see that one of them says one thing one day and Rog takes them out. Penelope and Dane start like acknowledging you guys in the hallway. And it's not necessarily that you're popular, because you're all still freshmen, but you guys notice that the other freshmen all come up and talk to you guys at like lunch. They ask you questions in class.
What happened to that dwarf girl?
Ostentatia?
Yeah.
Who was poisoned?
Ostentatia's back at school. Ostentatia walks by as you guys are sort of walking into school one day, and she goes, "Back, better. Hey, what's up, Paul?"
Hey, sorry that you drank that tea.
Honestly, it was so random. Like, I was like, steal me tea. And then I got home and I was like, I wonder what this tea is like. And then I drank it and I kind of went crazy. Did you get my note?
Yes, I did. Thank you. What did
Awesome.
you mean to say? Because you wrote it kind of in a crazy way. I think you were...
I don't think I wrote it crazy. Crystal, Johnny, palimpsest, right?
Right.
Penelope?
Okay.
Penny.
Penelope.
But
Yeah.
if you were to say that as a sentence, if you were both, instead of, if
I'm
you,
not like great at
You
writing.
just wrote like the key words.
were you?
I was literally losing my mind. I could feel my brain shutting down, and I like got a note like as fast as I could.
Okay.
Honestly, pretty baller. If I'm being
Yeah, I
straight.
think you
is
nailed
honestly
it,
super
girl.
It was
baller.
great.
So like the judgment, you can like hold on to
Yeah.
it.
You ask everyone who's your dad. I mean, come on, guy.
I didn't hear myself, I guess. I'm sorry.
At least you apologize.
You guys now enjoy this weird kind of under the radar celebrity status. Also, you guys start to ace your classes. The extracurricular nightmare journey you guys have been on has put you so far ahead of the curve of the other students that haven't had any combat that your classes are just
Hell
easy
yeah.
peasy.
I'm still taking barbarian classes.
Adaine, people come up to you all the time to ask you questions about divination. You're still taking barbarian classes. Porter's like, "That's right, you got a great at the rage. I can really feel it." And hey, Gorbag, Gorgog, really solid.
I stopped
effort.
singing.
You stopped singing. Hey, that's half the battle right there, isn't it? Way to go.
I'm pretty good. Okay.
So we're just gonna run some scenes over the first part of the year that you guys are there as kind of things cool down. Anything you guys want to pursue, let me know. And I'm
Tracker doesn't go to our school, right? that was just.
Tracker does not go.
Tracker's a full adult.
I mean,
I would-
I'm gonna.
I still really want to get a makeover.
I'll give you a makeover.
Well, actually, I want to talk to you guys for a second. Number one, all of you guys can choose a new tool proficiency or language as you are at school this year. Additionally, your guys' gifts that you got begin to exhibit the properties of magical items. And I can tell you guys what they do right now.
But we still don't know who we got them from?
Still don't know who you got them from.
But doesn't it say your dad's name?
It says Gorthalax's girl on it.
Oh.
Galier's girl could also be Galier's. Galier and Gorthalax's girl.
The wax for the hangman now works as a mending spell, mending cantrip that you can cast.
Very cool.
Um,
On just the hangman?
You can try out other stuff if you want. The tome on world religions that you got, Kristen, gives you advantage on religion and nature checks.
Cool.
The ruby guitar pick allows you to cast either protection from fire, burning hands, or charm person once per day. So once per day you can cast one of those spells. The leather holster has started to rub off on your axe. Your axe is now a +1 weapon, meaning that your attack goes up by 1 and your damage goes up by 1. And the ball, you find that your awesome new leather briefcase, your older one, you busted doing the half-pipe trick on it.
So sick.
Your newer leather briefcase doesn't seem to have an amount of stuff you can't put in it.
Oh, sweet.
A briefcase of infinite
My
holding.
briefcase of holding.
And then Adaine, you still have your 45 GP gift card to this high-end clothier.
I'll go shopping.
Yeah, let's go
I'll
shopping.
cut class.
I'll go, yeah.
Hey Porter. I feel like I'm doing really well, and I'm gonna take today off.
Honestly, you earned it, yeah.
Thanks.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's go shopping.
I'll stay.
All right,
gonna
hey,
stay.
go back to in it to win it.
It's okay. I'm
You
gonna-
I cast Unseen Servant to make notes for me.
You cast an unseen servant. It rushes over to your book and says, "Ah, yes, study the heart and soul of the wizard's craft. This has been a use of unseen servant."
And I sneak out as to show initiative in my rogue class.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
Can I create a minor illusion of Riz at his class?
Just like disappearing, fading in and non-existence.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
You guys sneak out. You go down to a little clothier called the Gilded Coin. You see that there is a much older half-elven woman, this large sort of hoop skirt, very sort of Elizabethan-looking, who's sort of flouncing throughout the shop. So you open the door, just wafts of perfume and incense. You see that there is a little sort of imp or mephit, some kind of little winged creature with spectacles on a long nose flying around. And the half-elf woman goes, welcome to the Gilded Coin. My name is Madame Sylvain. Can I help you look for something?
Do you have a men's section or a modest woman's section?
Yeah.
We have neither a men's section nor any modesty at all.
What about chain wallets, studded belts, corsets for no reason?
A studded belt. I have a belt made of a tapestry from old Solace.
This is gonna be just.
Is there another? Yeah, okay. Oh, I just want to look cool.
You want to look cool? Well, I can certainly help you with that. Madame Sylvain isn't behind the times.
We should go somewhere else.
There's somewhere else.
Please don't go anywhere else.
We should go somewhere else.
Please don't go anywhere else. I'm begging you.
There's that beach-themed clothing
Oh, yes,
store,
the
even though
beach
we're
clothing
like very
store.
landlocked.
I see that you have a gift card that's only redeemable here. You would have to spend real money somewhere else.
Sounds like a bullet I'll bite. Let's
Yeah.
go. Just kidding.
So, in your wildest dreams, what would you like to look like?
Just like a normal kid that's not wearing a school uniform at a school that doesn't have a school uniform.
What of a tiny little sailor?
No.
I'm a teenager. I'm not a baby.
No? All right. Well, something normal.
Just like a t-shirt and jeans, maybe like a jean jacket.
You would like a t-shirt and jeans and a jean jacket.
Don't say that like they're foreign words. You know what those words mean.
Only because of my extremely diligent study of the craft of fashion have I ever heard those words before. I think you shall look an absolute fool, dearie, but I shall try my best.
Can I charm person on her?
Yes, sure thing.
Get the girl what she wants.
A
Right?
t-shirt, a jean jacket, and a pair of jeans. Very well.
And flounces off
I
into the
feel
shop.
like all of these are gonna have lace
I
sewn somewhere
know.
onto them, and
I've
you're
got
gonna.
a,
we
I've
can
got a
take it
pocket
off.
knife. We can just cut it
Cool,
right
cool.
off.
I don't know, Adaine. I thought you'd look lovely as a sailor, but
Tiny little sailor boy.
I don't know.
That's basically what I'm already wearing.
exactly. And I think you look just fine now.
Well, thank you, but I want to actually just be able. Like, I don't want to worry about my skirt flying up in the middle of battle, you know?
She returns with a pair of cool skinny jeans, this sort of dark blue t-shirt that has a very faded arcane polygon like rune structure on it, but very almost impossible to see unless you're looking for it. And this wool-lined denim jacket that has like a ton of very small pockets on it. You see that they don't seem to look like a bunch of pockets, but you see there's like two kind of on the breast, and there's some for your hands down here, and there's two on the interior, and there's two smaller zip-up ones right near the base. She
I
says,
love pockets.
she says, "Oh, well, if you love pockets, then you'll love this jacket, dearie. Go ahead, cast your spell. Do you have any ability to detect magic? I want you to see the craftsmanship." Boom, your eyes glow blue. You see very minor divinatory and abjurative magic on the t-shirt and powerful conjuration magic on the jacket. This is a jacket of useful things. Put it on.
Whoa.
Oh my
You
God.
look
Inside out.
cool.
It's on inside out.
The wool goes on the inside, dude.
Maybe it was reversible.
She says, now, let's say you'd like something for your friends, or you need something, what's the sort of thing that you never have the ability to carry in your pockets? You know, they never give ladies clothing pockets.
Never.
Never.
It's true.
This hoop skirt has over 35 pounds of material goods in it.
That's heavy.
Yo, start showing us.
I have a full ham.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a hungry boy with a helping heaping of ham.
You got a cigarette in there?
I most certainly do. Huge holder and a little gilded cigarette.
Okay. Hello.
Wow.
This
Fair.
lady
Now-
rules.
I must warn you, it's not tobacco.
What is it?
It's huffling weed mixed with dragon spice.
All right.
How is
And
it?
Sylvain knows how to cut loose at the end of the day.
I like
You know,
it.
I
How is
thought
it?
that you weren't cool, but you're extremely cool.
All of you wanted to go somewhere else, and this place is fantastic.
I didn't recognize young Fabian.
It's good to see you. How are you?
Cool.
This is good. It's so lovely. Cathilda stopped by for the car.
Yes, of course.
Lovely. Yes. You see, she says, your father's coat, how's it doing?
It's fantastic. Oh, your patchwork is incredible.
Of course. And that coat explodes.
It does. It does.
It blows right up.
Yes.
Now, reach in there. Picture something in your mind that you
okay.
like.
I am quite hungry, so I guess a sandwich?
A full hoagie comes out, pre-wrapped.
I'm not there.
What of something that couldn't even be in a pocket? Say a piping hot cup of tea. Full saucer with 2 sugar cubes on the side, spoon in the cup, and just a perfectly steeped cup of tea.
Hey, Adaine, can I have a rat?
Unfortunately, the jacket cannot create living things, or rather it can, but they will exist in a terrifying half-life, neither real or imaginary. Their existence will be a horrifying, excruciating pain, and they will seek to kill themselves as quickly as possible. Don't pull a rat out!
What about an oyster? They don't have a central nervous system.
An oyster would be fine.
Do you want a knife to shuck it with?
No, it's the pet.
Can I have some
Pet
Whoa.
oyster? Put it in some water. It's gonna immediately die.
Can I have some water?
Also, doesn't theoretically that oyster want to kill itself, but it can't because it has no kind of central nervous system with which to do it?
An oyster desires nothing, dear boy.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool.
Well, that would be 45 gold pieces if you'd like to make the purchase.
Yes, I have that exactly.
Well, splendid! Shing! Ah, another good day of business for the Gilded Coin. Pew! The card disappears into sparkles. She collects the sparkles, throws them on some of the dresses, and says, "Can I help you with anything else?"
Didn't you have $5 left over? 5 gold piece left over on that gift certificate?
No, that was 45.
You look really cool, Adaine.
You look
Thank
great.
you.
Very cool.
I mean, I guess I'll have to wash this t-shirt a lot, but I'm very excited about it.
Oh, yes. I would say do give it a good wash before you wear it. Those clothing should be washed. I wouldn't wear it straight away. I will also say this. If you do not wash it, some of the things other people put in there might be in there. So careful.
Cool.
Who owned this before I owned it?
Stores closing. Farewell, children.
It's the middle of the day.
Can I cast Identify on my jacket?
Ah, yes, the jacket of useful things. Formerly the robe of useful things, crafted by Elven Archmagi in time immemorial. The most recent Archmagi of the Elves, Elamir Buchanan, thought it looked stuffy and old and wanted to give it a new, rad vibe, changing it into a denim, wool-lined jacket. This has been another use of the Identify spell.
I would like to have the object that the last owner of this jacket put in it.
You pull out a note saying, I'm hiding in the jacket. Please don't take me out.
Who are you?
You look in and just like an empty pocket.
Can I detect thoughts on her jacket?
An overwhelming wave of thoughts. Thousands or millions of strains of consciousness beat into your psyche all at once, and you take 10 points of damage.
What? How many people are in this jacket?
Well, don't pull any of them out, otherwise they'll be trapped in the Half-Life thing, right?
Ask for a note that says the number of how many people are in the jacket.
I would like a note saying how many people are hidden in this jacket.
A note comes out saying, mind your own
Damn.
This jacket is so sassy.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. But like
Thank
also
you.
you're carrying around like a multitude
Souls?
of people.
But they're all taking refuge in there, though.
I mean, I
So you're
guess
kind of
so.
like wearing a cool
Do we have to pull
hostel.
them
Wait,
out? Should we pull them out? Right?
But if I pull them out,
We just put them back in.
if
They
living
can go in
people
my
went
bag if they
in,
want.
I think they're
when they
like
come out, do they have to live a half-life? Who knows?
Can you guys identify again?
I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
I guess I'll
finding
cast
that.
Identify again.
Ah, yes, the question of whether the beings in the jacket will live a half-life if they didn't originate from the jacket. A question as old as time itself.
Is it?
No. The jacket, of course, can only produce objects worth a pittance. Expensive items, jewels, and that sort cannot be produced. It's just useful things that the jacket produces. The creatures taking refuge in the jacket are various refugees, criminals, and hideaways that live in a city at the center of the extra-dimensional space within the jacket. They live complex lives, form relationships, nations rise and fall, and they have no way of exiting the jacket. It's more of a thought experiment, really, and has no ability to interfere with you living your life. Just sort of a mind for you to walk around with.
Can I just like put my hand in one of the pockets just a little bit?
You hit the bottom of the pocket.
Okay.
I would like a chocolate rat.
A little chocolate rat comes out.
Here you go, is your rat.
Well, I already got one pet, so I'll just.
Cool, we're gonna move on from there. You guys, it gets closer to like the holiday season. You guys have your little holiday break. There's a little solstice party that happens. You guys all get together.
Is Gorthalax gonna be there?
Gorthalax shows up.
And Galir and Gorthalax are
Leah
both
Gorthalax
there.
are both there. The Thistle Springs are hosting it. So it's a little Thistle Spring holiday party. They've decorated the tree with little lights, and there's a little Helio symbol, and everyone's having a great time. Well, Gorga, we're so happy. Look at all your pals.
Thanks for coming to the party.
Merry Solstice, everybody. Merry Solstice. We had
Happy
cookies.
Solstice, yes,
That was
yes.
great.
I actually don't celebrate Solstice anymore, but happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. It's just a secular thing here. We don't really believe either.
Oh,
we just
okay,
grew up with it. Yeah, for sure.
I'm making everyone hot chocolate and secretly spiking it.
Awesome.
With like the wrong thing though, like a teen.
Um,
Jaeger.
You see, Galir and Gorthalax are talking over in a corner. Gorthalax is huge. He's got like a little festive wreath on his head, and he's got a little thing of cider. He's going like,
Yeah, well, it's been rough. Basically, I was gone, so I've been demoted. My sort of infernal duchy has kind of been carved up by other devil princes, so I'd kind of have to take a demotion if I wanted to get back on the ladder at this point. Oh, hey, sweetie, how's it going?
Hey, do you mean my pet, little Galir?
Oh, look at that.
oh, wait, what do you gesture to when you say that?
My oyster and
Oh, your
water.
little oyster. Cool. This is many weeks later, by the way.
She's still carrying it around.
Dope.
Is it
So
dead?
stinky.
Oh, yeah, it smells horrible. It's a true nightmare. Yeah.
So metal.
All right.
Yeah, so metal to carry a perished oyster around with you.
And a glass of
I'm
water.
a little concerned about that. Okay, if it's dead, then I think I'm gonna give it a
guys.
nice little burial and move on with my
Oh,
life.
finally! Thank God.
Yeah.
We were going to talk to you about
We
that.
have been talking
Yeah.
behind your back about maybe like having an intervention of some
We were
kind.
like, wait, I don't-
Thank
Why didn't
God.
you guys say it was dead?
You one
pretty
time you were
odd.
like, "Can I talk to you for a second?" And you were kind of whispering something in my ear, but you were just holding it right underneath my nose, and I just had to sit there while you were talking.
I didn't even realize.
You see Gorthalax turns over to you and says,
Sweetie, I'd actually like to talk to you for a second if I could.
Yeah, totally. Is it about the oyster? 'Cause I thought it was alive.
No, it's fine. You do whatever you want.
Okay.
I gotta head out soon because your mom's gonna be here in a little while, and
Ugh, I might as well head out too.
no, you should stay. It's good.
No, I have 2 dads and no mother.
I don't like that, sweetie.
She's honestly barely been around. Galir has done a lot more raising me.
I think it's probably because you seek Galir out.
I can't argue with that.
Look, I wanted to talk to you because I know I've been kind of coming and going, and I've been taking care of some stuff back in hell.
Which, by the way, I can't wait to visit.
Well, that's why I want to talk to you.
Spring break, me and my friends come down to hell.
You can keep guessing if you like. Do you want to keep guessing? I'm having a hard time saying it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll shut the up.
If I went back to hell, I'd have to take a pretty severe demotion. I'd no longer be a pit fiend. I'd go back to probably a Galyagon or Cornagon or something like that. I also got a job offer here in town. And I just don't want to do anything around your life. I've consumed untold thousands of souls, and I don't want to consume your life. If you want, so
You should definitely take the job here.
are you sure you want to sleep
Yeah.
on it?
I don't need to sleep on it. We'll start a band. It'll be great.
I'd like for us to have more time to jam. That'd be
Yeah.
good. If you change your mind, let me know.
I won't.
I'm gonna say yes, okay?
Yeah, what is it? Coach at Eggport?
How'd you know?
I had a feeling.
The next day at the Eggford Adventuring Academy, it's the day after Solstice. A couple weeks later at the Eggford Adventuring Academy, that season, this current season was scrubbed because the coach got murdered.
Killed.
Killed.
We killed him.
You killed him. You see the next day, there's a little assembly as you guys come back from the winter break. Vice Principal Goldenhorde says,
Students of the Egg Fort Adventuring Academy, wow, we've made it halfway through the year. 4 faculty deaths, a handful of student deaths. Looking good, on track for a strong finish. I would like to introduce one and all to our new coach. Please give a warm welcome to Gorthalax, the Insatiable.
I use thaumaturgy to make like the loudest roar of stadium cheering possible.
You see that Gorthalax comes out, still in like the loincloth, a huge devil. You see he has a sort of tiny baseball cap on the top of his head and a huge spiked black chain ending in an enormous like skull whistle on his chest. He comes out and says,
Hey gang, happy to be here, happy to be on board. I have not been involved in the academic career for the first semester this year, but looking to come in the middle of the season. Obviously, we've had to forfeit to those bombs over on the Hellions and the men. Boo! Well, we're gonna get those owlbears in fighting shape for next year. We're gonna take it to them. How does that sound? All right, great.
Gorthalax walks over to you guys afterwards and says,
Great. Well, I'm gonna go get used to the new digs.
Dad, before you go, this is who you need to be meeting.
Oh, there's no need.
I have seen this man is built for sport.
Oh,
It's true.
He doesn't talk like it, but he plays
Also, if
like
you
it.
need a ball, we have one.
Well,
if you do need a ball, we definitely have a ball. But
He
I
was
do also
built
play
for being
blood
the
rush.
you see he looks at you and says,
He goes, sorry guys, we already had tryouts. We had them at the Durinson Mithril factory, and you're all in.
What? I'm sorry. We're all on the team. What? We're all on the team.
Anybody, he says, what you guys did at that Mithril factory blew my mind. If you want in on the team, you're in. If you don't want to play, you don't have to.
I'm in on the team. I'm
Yeah,
in.
I
I'm
hate
as
going
good
home.
at
I'm
sports
sorry,
as
it makes-
I'll
Fabian.
do anything to
Yeah,
be
it makes
outside of my
100%
house.
sense that I'm on the team, but you're telling me we're all on the
Sounds
team.
like I'll be the star.
Gorthalax, could I be the captain?
We'll put it to a vote.
All right.
Who wants me to be the captain?
Put it to a vote.
I think you could be a good captain.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, right, Fabian.
I think
You're
Fabian
obviously
Fabian
the
probably
captain,
did it.
right? I
Thank
mean,
you.
You guys are just gonna
oh.
play into his ego. I was doing this as like a okay. No, that's fine. Good.
Okay, then
Good.
what-
No, good. Cool.
Wait,
no,
can I
let's
be
make
the
the cool kid the
Just
captain.
for sports,
Let's
not
make
for
the cool
real
kid the
life.
captain.
you see he says, well, let's just see here. Kristen, heads up. Tosses the ball. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Oh, great. My acrobatics are neat
-3.
goed. 10.
The ball bounces off your hands and lands on the ground. He says,
You're certainly welcome to, if you want to find a way to support the team, you're welcome to do that.
Maybe you
Cool.
could be the healer/manager.
I don't want to be the stats girl.
Oh, I wanted to be the stats girl. Is that bad?
If you want to, you
Yeah.
can. Point is, show up to practice ready to play. We're going to drill you guys hard, okay?
Hell yes, coach.
But
That's
isn't
what I like
this
to
isn't
see.
this just a physical game? I feel like I should join like whatever the equivalent of the mathletes is.
Yeah, you don't have to join.
I'm
Again,
excited to be on the team.
I kinda
I
wanna
never want to
play.
go home again.
I kind
I'd
of didn't want you
definitely
guys
play.
to feel left out. It's mostly Fabian,
Hell yeah,
I think
coach.
I would be good.
and I think Gorgug and Riz would also be good if you guys want to jump
But,
on.
like-
Very gendered.
And also Fig.
Fig, do you want to play?
Yeah.
I feel like you should be in band.
Nah, I've been kind of outrunning my.
I'm
true
gonna let you guys
destiny.
figure this out on your own time. You come back to me, you let me know.
Fantastic.
Like if we're gonna do extracurriculars, it should be.
Whoever wants to play can play. I mean,
I guess I'll look. I
was
could look
wondering,
up it.
could I start casting augury?
Yeah.
While just kind of like sitting by myself on the bleachers or wherever we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
What are you casting augury? What are you asking?
It takes a minute, and I'm probably not going to use like corn religious stuff, but maybe I found like moonstones or something in like a New Age place, and I just want to know like if it'll work out with like my parents and like home life.
You cast augury, and the answer you get back is woe and weal, which in the augury terms means dark times are ahead and past them something good.
Cool. Okay.
You hear a voice behind you as the sound of someone riding up on a bicycle. You see a young woman with a unibrow and a short haircut, kind of like long clawish kind of fingernails, gets off the bike, says, casting that with moonstones?
Hey, oh my gosh. What's your name again?
Tracker.
Oh my god, yeah, right, Tracker. Right, Kristen. Hi.
Hey, I saw you over here. I'm here visiting my uncle.
I'm shaking your hand for way too long. What were you saying?
You want to keep shaking my hand?
Oh, right. That's crazy. I'm not crazy.
I'm here visiting my uncle. I saw you over here casting a spell with moonstones.
Oh, yeah. I've been reading some stuff about moons.
You see, she says, okay, if you ever want to talk about like Lyda and the goddess of the moon and stuff like that, you're welcome to come talk to me.
Oh, you know about that stuff?
I'm a cleric of Lyda.
Who's your uncle?
You hear
Where do
a
you
noise.
live?
You hear a noise as you hear a voice saying,
Well, that's just the thing, right? Because the feelings, they're bigger when you keep them locked up.
you see that Jawbone is walking down some steps with Rog next to him. Jawbone still has like the black jean cutoffs, and he's got like this metal like shredder pentagram shirt. But you see that he's moved into kind of a thigh length like cardigan sweater with like a chunky like collar, and he's got like glasses now, and he's got like a little mug of tea, and you see he goes,
I mean, that's basically it, you know. You can't lie about who you are forever, because then you're not even on your own side. It's like the Owlbears. If you're not playing for your own team, how can you expect anybody else to? You know what I mean, bud? One time I was eating this holy mushroom behind a ziggurat in Yuan-Ti country, and I was tripping balls, you understand? I came to surrounded by dead bodies of temple guards and a ticket for a Zeppelin going to a country I'd never heard of. I wonder about... I think about who I'd be if I got on that Zeppelin. If I'd been honest with myself. If you got the ticket, you gotta take the ride, kid. That's all I gotta say.
you see Rog kind of like touches an arm and goes, "Oh, thanks, Jawbone. You're cool as hell."
Hey, man, ain't nobody in this world cool, you know what I mean? We're all pieces of Come on in here.
And he gives him a big hug, and he says, "All right, brother, you come by any time now, all right? And hey, if you feel up to it, you never should push somebody around or be a bully, but it's not bullying people to let them know what's going on in here, okay? Okay." And walks away, and Rog kind of like walks off and has like a shy kind of smile. Looks like he's been crying, but has found some kind of center to himself, and walks away from there. Jawbone walks over, goes, "Oh, Tracker, come here, girl," and gives a big hug. He looks over and says, "Oh, Miss Applebee's, how you doing?"
I'm great. How are you, Jawbone?
I'm good as hell. I'm feeling great.
I gotta go.
Well, all right, you want to go if you want.
No, I just felt like I was keeping you guys. You guys have to go.
No.
Now.
He goes, "Yeah, if you want to come over sometime, Tracker has friends over, so you're welcome to come over if you want."
Cool. You have friends, Tracker?
Tracker says, "Do I have friends?"
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I have friends.
Cool, me too. Those are my friends over there.
All of us are staring at this conversation.
Can I do an insight check to see how old Tracker is?
Yeah.
9.
You have no idea how old Tracker is.
Mysterious.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah.
6.
25.
25. Tracker
Oh,
looks
that
to be
one.
like high school age. She looks like she might be like 16, like a sophomore.
Sweet.
You're all good, Kristen.
I wouldn't have judged
No,
though.
you're all good. These guys.
I wouldn't have judged.
You try to get a
Kiss-
bead on Tracker as much as you can, but you get distracted really quick because you're looking at Jawbone. Here's the thing. You have been getting a lot of for thinking that people are your dad. Even though, and you don't think Jawbone's your dad. You're positive that he's not your dad, in fact. But here's the thing. Tracker called Jawbone her uncle. You're pretty sure he's her dad.
Can I do an inside check on what Gorgug is currently thinking about?
For sure.
18.
18. You think that Gorgug is cracking a case wide open in his head.
Can I punch him in the back of the head real hard?
Yes, you absolutely can. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Great. Nat 20.
Wham! Gorgug hit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. It wasn't supposed to be that hard. It wasn't supposed to be that hard. I can just tell.
Hey! What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. He was thinking that you're his dad. He does it a lot. And
No! You're her dad. Don't you see?
Okay.
No.
My bad.
Hey.
No.
There are ways to solve things without violence. And I'll be honest, violence usually comes from a place of fear. And I noticed that you haven't stopped by my office anytime.
Well, yeah, I watched you bite one of my friends.
I'm sorry I bit one of your friends, but you know what? I never bit myself. And that's something that you're doing on an emotional level every day.
Okay.
You punched me so hard.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
I pull an ice pack out of my incredible jacket.
Jawbone and Tracker take off. Tracker waves at you.
Yeah, good luck.
With what?
Maybe I'll see you around.
Feel free to contact me. Yeah, if you want to hang out, let's hang out.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll find your. Can I have your number?
Yeah. She just comes over, says, "What's your number?"
679-229-76.
Her number shows up on your crystal, and it says Tracker, and there's like a little winky face.
I have to go. And I run. I sprint.
Sprint away from there. You guys move along. Other loose ends that we're just gonna cover. The cats and owls disappear like almost immediately. That happened like way long ago. The cats and owls were gone. Who has Edgar the rat? Edgar the rat.
I have Edgar the rat.
He's just
what's
like a
up
good
with that
pet.
rat?
Edgar's like a nice little rat.
So lucky to have a pet that's alive.
You have two dads.
That's true.
You see that going into like the sort of, thick of winter and heading towards into the spring, you guys have been having just a really solid year. Let's go around and everyone just say like sort of how you're feeling as the year kind of rounds into spring. As, the sort of cops took over the case and you guys are having a sort of dynamite year at school. What's going on with you guys over the course of that year?
I'm still frustrated with my parents that I'm doing so well at the school and it truly means nothing to them.
I just happy to have some friends, and every now and then, like, see Zelda in passing and try to talk to her, but it doesn't quite happen. So
Walks away.
okay.
I think I'll probably, since I have two dads now, my rebellion is kind of calming down. So I probably actually go take some dance classes and stuff like that. And then also I fake sick a lot to go see Dr. Asha at the hospital.
On your first attempt to do that, I'm gonna need you to roll a deception check.
Okay. 15.
Oh,
Oh wait, I get advantage. Don't I get advantage
you do
because
get
I'm an
advantage,
actor?
yeah.
Okay. 20.
20. You sneak into the hospital and find this adult dwarf who believes you to be an adult.
Hey. We just haven't talked since the kiss.
What do you mean we haven't talked since the kiss?
The kiss we kissed.
Dr. Kelleher, you work here every day.
I know, but we haven't talked. You know, we talk surface level, but
So
we
he
haven't
closes the door and he
heard
says,
to her.
"You're pregnant."
And then I quickly manifest a little pregnant stomach to my disguise. Yeah, with twins.
Whoa!
Twins.
Twins? But the ultrasound.
It was a triplet, but we lost one.
What? No! He just smacks the door up and runs.
This is a really vulnerable time for both of us. Just give me one more kiss.
He turns around and says, "I'm so sorry." Passionate kiss. God, you kiss so weird sometimes. He sprints out of the room. You're engaging in something truly disturbing. You guys. How about you guys as the year goes along?
It feels right to be stepping into my rightful place, or at least to be taking steps towards becoming king of the school. It's nice to have my crew party with me along the way.
Lovely.
I've been going with Tracker to like insanely gay events, but I go and I kind of go to the bathroom immediately and stand in there for a really long time, just happy that I'm there. And then I almost always fake a phone call from my parents and leave right away.
I think Riz is feeling some residual guilt for not finding Penny yet, but he's also super happy that he has friends now. He was a better detective when he was a loser, or at least that's what he's afraid of.
Yeah. I think that Adaine probably is doing some extracurricular reading on palimpsests still. I think that that's a thing that...
That's awesome. I think you two, Adaine and Riz, probably talk the most about these palimpsests. But it is hard because it's like life is good now. You definitely feel the edge being taken off, and there's that guilt there. And there's always just there's something in your head of like a clue or something you missed that just tickles at the back of your mind. And then it's like the next fun thing with your friends, or the next cool like adventure, the next thing.
Oh, and I'd like to say one more thing. Now that things feel more solid, that these friendships that we have are true, it was I that got you all the gifts. It was me.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Fabian.
Fabian, that's so
You got
cool.
yourself a gift?
Well, here's the thing about being wealthy, is that often people who surround you are interested in that and only that, and I wanted you all to stay, but I didn't want to give in so hard that you all thought that was the only... I didn't want...
I mean, if I'm being honest, the thing that's worst about you is how you're wealthy.
Oh,
But thank you.
thank you.
Wow.
It's we've risen in
You know
in my
what,
estimation.
Fabian,
that you
open the
didn't say anything.
floodgates. I know I can be a hard book to read, a tough cookie to crumble,
No, you're pretty
not at all.
transparent.
The most transparent
a
person
stale
I've ever met.
cracker to eat some turkey on.
Excuse me? You've been hanging out with Galir and eating dinner with him too long.
Anyway, thank you, Fabian. We really
Yes, we
appreciate
really
it.
See,
appreciate
Galir
it,
walks into the
Fabian.
room where you're hanging out. More turkey crackers?
Oh, no, we're okay.
I've got
Yes.
I have this
Yes.
favorite. I'm
Thank
still
you.
working.
Very well.
Would you like some?
Oh, Elven whey bread. I'd better not. I can't afford it.
No, it's mine. I have it. It's fine. I'm giving it to
No,
you.
I'm saying if I eat it, I'll remember what it tastes like, and I won't be able to get it later.
Wow, that's dark.
I mean, I can just. We have a ton of it at my
No,
house.
no.
Just bring some.
Kalir is happy with the turkey crackers.
Oh, I feel like...
Can we see as he turns around that I stitched him a little shirt that says lunch lad on the back? Like a jersey.
It's my only shirt without holes.
Can
All
I
right.
ask you a question?
Yes.
How did you think of turkey crackers?
Well, there's a bastion market near here that gets rid of its food, and the turkey gets thrown out in a sealed bag.
I know that trick.
I need to go to my night job.
I I'd like to take the tray of turkey crackers and put it in the never-ending bag while winking at Fabian. Like, thanks for the gift, man.
Of course.
I feel like I'm also
pull out
still
sandwiches
being
for everybody.
forced to go to church by my parents.
Your
is
parents
another thing that
still
I
want you to go to church. You
remember,
spend
yeah.
probably some nights back at home, and then other times it's like not great at home, and you're staying with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have one more thing I've been secretly doing, which is just that, like, my Gorthalax, like, I've been trying to sort of emulate what he does, which is, like, just low-key. I haven't told any of them. I've never done it to any of them, but I'm kind of charming people into revealing their true selves. So I'm taking, like, people that, like when Gorthalax gave that whole speech about how, like, he's not bad, he just tempts people to reveal their true selves.
Yeah.
I've been doing that on, like, a low level.
A low-key level? That's
Yeah.
rad as hell. So, getting into like the late winter, early spring, kind of like end of February-ish. You guys are sort of talking about this. You have this weird feeling of this sort of suspicion of something like mist. And Riz, one night you're asleep in bed, and you have this intense dream where you're like in this giant crystal palace or dome, and you look in front of you and you see Penny Luckstone. Cool, fun halfling, the best babysitter you ever had. She's got like the freckles and this sort of like shorter reddish hair, kind of tousled curly hair, and always had like fun games and stuff like that. She walks over to you, kind of like hair on her feet, no shoes, and she says, "Hey, Riz, how you doing, bud? God, you've gotten so big."
Where have you been?
Time's coming up pretty soon. I'm not gone yet. I don't blame you for not finding me.
I'm still gonna find you.
I hope so. I love you. You're a good kid. She gives you a noogie. But the time's coming, and it's worse than you think. You wake up in bed. And that morning, your father's sort of in a huff, and he's like, "Well, that goblin woman's going to be coming by next week sometime, so I'll have to be speaking with her." So,
You mean my friend's mother?
yes, the goblin.
Mrs. Gutgak. Actually, Captain Gutgak.
Very well, very well. Yes. She's coming by soon. You see that Elven comes by and she says, "Good morning, Mummy. Good morning, Daddy. Good morning, Adaine. How are you?"
Oh, I'm so well. Thank you so much for asking.
All right. Listen, I meant to ask, can I borrow one of your divination books? I have a test coming up, and I'm a little bit fuzzy on some of my divinatory practices.
Divination. I thought that you were good at everything.
I'm focusing on abjuration, but there are some elements of abjurative magic and divinatory magic that are not complementary, so I'm just a little fuzzy on some of the basics. Can I borrow a book, or do you want to rake me over the coals some
You
more?
can borrow a book, absolutely. I don't need it. I've already read them, thank you.
Very well, Adaine. She lets herself upstairs.
I can show you if you like. It's very easy. At least for me.
She goes up into your room and she says, read them. She says, "Are these two library books? They're wildly overdue." And she holds up the two library books that you took out at the beginning of the school year from the library. They've just been like buried under dust that you like never got around to reading. Or did you read them? I don't think you did. I never described the books.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead and make a roll for panic attack.
6. Is that a 6 or a 9? They are next to each other and identical. Oh, it's a 9.
Okay. But it beats a 10?
No.
Oh, okay. Wait, do you add your wisdom modifier?
Oh,
to it?
my wisdom modifier. Which is a wisdom saving throw, so
Yes.
it's, 14.
Cool. You managed to calm yourself, but yeah, these two wildly overdue books that you haven't read are there in your home.
Oops.
You see that she says, "All right, I'm just gonna borrow these ones. Thank you." She,
No. Borrow the ones that aren't library books.
All right, here she gives you the library books, takes some of your divination books, like your home textbooks, and heads off. Those books, which I assume Adaine cracks into as soon as possible, The two books are The Aeons of Solace. The information in that book, as you sort of burn through it, is that Solace was at one time a human monarchy whose royal family was connected through blood and marriage to the royal family of High Court, kind of explaining the relationship there. However, Solace was conquered some centuries ago by Calvaxus, Emperor of the Red Waste, of whom the Nightmare King and the Lords of the Necronomicon were mere pawns. And Calvaxus laid Solace to waste. However, Alexandria XII of the House of Tillering, Queen of Solace and sole surviving member of the royal family, gathered her strongest allies and defeated Calvaxus in combat. Solace was thus liberated, and shortly thereafter, the monarchy was disbanded, and the first Council of Chosen was formed. The Elven oracle, Alamantindriel, spoke with Alexandria after the defeat of Calvaxus, and was to return if there were ever to be trouble.
One more time.
Adaine seems a little confused by some of that.
It's just some history, isn't it?
This is some history. Solace was thus liberated. So Alexandria defeated Calvaxus. Solace was thus liberated. Shortly after the defeat of Calvaxus, the monarchy was disbanded, and the first Council of Chosen was formed as the foundation of Solace.
Sorry, the monarchy was Calvaxus was the monarch, or he?
No,
was
Calvaxus was the demon from the Forest of the Nightmare King. That was worse than the Forest of the Nightmare King.
Okay.
Calvaxus, Emperor of the Red Waste. It says that the monarchy was disbanded. So Alexandria was victorious, and after her victory, the monarchy was disbanded.
And she was a human, right?
She was a human.
There was a human.
And you see that there's a painting in the book, like an illustration, of the first Council of Chosen of Solace, which is Langston Thistlefarthing, Moors von Zweewild, Annabel Troth, Illyriel Sellengrove, Kalesia Rockboot. And you see behind the Elven oracle, Alamantindriel, there's a slight attribution. You see that there is a young, handsome-looking wizard. And you see it says, secretary and paramour to the oracle, Arthur Eggfort.
How old was Professor Eggfort?
Well, you read Eggfort's biography right after that.
The spicy one?
This really spicy one. It is hard to get through. It reddens your cheeks more than a couple times. You see that there's it's honestly not a very helpful historical text. He doesn't put dates, and he only uses first names for people. So a lot of it is like, it's sort of like a memoir. It's like a spicy memoir than anything. There's a bunch of weird jokes in it. He does a good description of a lot of magic, and you're excited. You get to the portion on divination. Like, oh, what does Arthur Eggfort say about divination? You get there, and you see one of the lines is, the strongest of all divination, of course, is the art of prophecy. You know what I have to say about prophecy? Chuck him in the bin! Phonetically spelled out. And then in parentheses, this is not a joke.
You should chuck prophecies in the bin. Have we had a prophecy? There was that oracle that died in the boat. Maybe in Eggfort's bin there's something that we should look in?
As Adaine grapples with that, we're going to cut over to downtown to Seacaster Manor.
Ooh!
Fabian's getting ready for school. You're looking great. Maybe you get some nice cuts and bruises from the field. Life is good. Getting the hangman ready. You see that your father, Bill Seacaster, comes out holding a giant sack of gold. He's got the pirate coat on. You see there's a thin, reedy-looking human man in a dark suit, sort of watery eyes and sort of pale blonde hair, who walks out, handing the sack over to Bill Seacaster. You see Bill says,
And very well, Mr. Hughes. I'm happy to do business with you. Fabian, my darling boy.
Oh, Papa, good morning. Who's your guest?
Mr. Hughes, this is my boy, Fabian Eremius Seacaster, captain of the Eggfort Owlbears.
Oh, Papa. But yes, Mr. Hughes, I am captain. How do you do today?
You see that Mr. Hughes says, very good. Pleasure to meet you, young man. My name is Mr. Hughes. You see, it says, well, all being said and done, Captain Seacaster, young Mr. Seacaster, I'll be on my way. You see, Captain, your dad looks at you and goes,
That's right, Captain Seacaster.
you see, he looks over at you, squints his eye, looks at the retreating businessman and says,
Not Mr. Seacaster, Captain Captain Seacaster as well.
Papa, what business were you doing this morning? What business were you up to?
The gentleman, Mr. Hughes, is a representative of a bank down Bastion City Way, and he's contacting me
fantastic.
for some work in my retirement.
Oh, that sounds lovely. That's a nice way to start the day.
What can I say? Retirement's getting a little bit dull. Well, off I am to dust up on the old skills. You have a wonderful day at school there, young man.
You sure, Papa?
And he walks back into Seacaster Manor.
Great.
A few days after that, Detective Gutgak comes over for dinner at the Abernant home. A couple of hours before that happens, you see that Aylwin is looking like kind of like a little bit like in her thing where she gets really prim and proper and very like respectful when she's like under a lot of stress. So she goes like, "Mommy, Daddy, I am so sorry I have to skip dinner today. I'm out with a friend doing a little bit of studying. These finals are coming up and I'm worried I won't get a perfect score. So I must away, I'm afraid." You see that
I've gotten perfect scores in all of my tests.
what's that, disemboweling a gremlin?
I cast Ray of Sickness on her.
You cast Ray of Sickness. She resists the spell. All right, quite enough, thank you. The door opens, and you see that Penelope Everpetal is at the door. You see that Aylwin looks over and says, "Penelope!" And you see Penelope says, "Oh my God, your house is so cute." They kiss on each other's cheek. Aylwin says, "Ta-ta!"
Why are you studying with somebody from my school? You hate my school.
You see that Penelope looks over and says, "'Cause I'm a great sorceress."
Why are you studying with a sorceress? You're a wizard.
You see that Aylwin says, "Maybe when you're a little older, you'll learn." Ta-ta. And
I think she's sneaking out.
you see that your mother says, "Aylwin's sneaking out? Never. She's a good girl." At that precise moment, the doorbell rings again, and you see that Detective Gutgak walks into the home, accompanied by Galir. You see the two of them walk in. You see that Galir walks up to your father and says,
Like, this is not what I meant when I said bring an elf.
"Mr. Abernant, my name is Galir Faith." You see that your father says, "Oh, a wood elf. Very well. Take a seat at the breakfast nook." Galir says, "Yes, I've come to accompany as sort of an elven intermediary as Detective Gutgak's questions concern some matters of culture. By the way, do you have any food here? I didn't manage to eat before I got here." You see that Sklanda kind of looks up at him and says, "Yeah, we just had a couple questions. This is sort of something I wanted to talk about. As quickly as possible, my case is actually probably going to be shut down by the end of the week. But we just have some sort of follow-up questions for you as this thing sort of moves over to the council." She proceeds to talk about Daybreak and some other different stuff. Talks about the tea, palimpsests, Zane Darkshadow, the association of like DJ Brains was also like an accomplice in this whole thing. She talks about the fact that Coach Daybreak was found to be responsible for the attack on Biz Glitterdew and the murder of Zane Darkshadow. She has like a file. They recovered Zane Darkshadow's body. They found it and did a whole thing with it. And you here talking, you see that your father says, "Adaine, why don't you run along upstairs?"
I cast clairvoyance in a place that my parents cannot see it, because I assume that they can see the ethereal plane.
Hell yeah.
And listen in on the conversation upstairs.
Rad. You actually regain your Ray of Sickness spell with your new divination ability. You see that she says, "So the main thing we're trying to understand is, first of all, the conjuration of that corn monster shouldn't have been able to happen. There's a ward against that. There's a book in the restricted section of the library that is enchanted to prevent conjuration.
watches and wards should have prevented that conjuration from occurring. He says, well, I certainly don't know anything about Eggfolt's defensive capabilities. However, if what you're saying is true, that there was an attack on the girl, or attempted attack on Kristen Appleby's, that would have been an act of petitional contradoxy. You see that Detective Gukak says, yeah, starting an apocalypse. And you see he says, well, that's debatable whether it would have started an apocalypse. That's a religious theory that may or may not be true. Gods like to claim that apocalypses are happening because it revs up interest in the faith. You tell people that something's always going to be available, there's not an urgency on it. So you have sort of, eschatology for people to come and get excited about the world ending, and the world's not going to end. Petitional contradoxy is an element of the treaty between Solace and High Court. When Solace came under the jurisdiction of the Council of Chosen, much of the human clergy was left in Solace, in what was a semi-theocratic state. Part of High Court not going to war with the fledgling nation was built into the treaty, which is that the soul of any chosen of the sun god would never occur on Silesian soil. An act of petitional contradoxy would countermand that treaty and likely incite a war. You see that she says, and do you know anything about the death of the Elven Oracle? You see, he says, no, I can't say I do. He says, I know that the Cerulean went down and she was aboard, a terrible tragedy. You see that she, you hear Detective Gukak say, my husband was an operative for the State Department when he was alive. And was assigned to that. So sorry you don't know anything more. Thanks for your time. And you see that Detective Gukak gets up and leaves.
Oh God. I get on the weird religious messaging service.
Prayerchain.com.
Prayerchain, because I'm like, I don't think that my parents can be like monitoring prayerchain.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, guys, some just went down, and I think I maybe like remembered the case that we were doing and we forgot about, but it's still happening. There is stuff happening, and I think that it's, oh my God, we need to meet up right now. Let's go get ice cream.
The rest of you guys are actually elsewhere. You guys got an invitation from Ostentatia Wallace for a dope house party.
What?
You guys got a invitation.
Ostentatia?
Ostentatia Wallace sent you guys a dope invite.
She invited everybody but me.
I got one.
Gorka got one as well.
Yeah, you're popular now. When I got the invitation, I was like, yo, do you need anyone to play?
You see, she says, oh, that'd be awesome. You can play if you want. You can like set up in the backyard and like play.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
You see, you guys get there. You guys arrive at the house. It's 69420 Spelljammer Lane in Clearbrook.
Spelljammer.
You guys see that.
69420?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys see. You guys see.
It's too late. I was looking for a clue in that.
You guys get there, and you see it's a party that's being thrown by the Hudal kids. So the Hudal Hellions are throwing a party for the Eggfort Owlbears because they forfeited the season, and it's the first time Hudal's won.
Hudal's where your sister goes, right?
Yes.
Do we get a
bet
chance to
she's
chat?
about
Or are we?
Do we get a chat from
Is
Adaine?
Adaine not there?
Adaine is not there yet. You guys are at the party. You see the kid who's the host of the party comes up to you. You see he goes,
Hello, my name is Percival Neville Swine. I'm the quarterback of the Hudal Hellions.
The quarterback?
Welcome to my house party.
Hello, comrade.
Very well. From one athlete to another, I'm so sorry about the loss of your coach.
Yeah, well, I killed him myself.
Well, bully for you. There are some tables with beer pong set up in the backyard. There's a keg of libations
send a pool, which you may feel free to jump in. Perhaps we will skinny dip later.
All weird looking dudes. House party is all weird looking
Maybe
dudes.
I won't do that.
As you guys are there, though, you guys see that a woman walks into the party. The first woman you guys have seen since you've been here. She walks in. She's got like a peach shirt, like tied up to show her midriff, and denim shorts. It's like beautiful elven young woman with like long hair, kind of braided. She opens the door, walks in. You see the guy Percival says, "Ah, you're here!" She grabs a bottle of liquor, smashes it over his head, cantrips the liquor into her mouth, goes, "I came here to
Oh my god, hell yeah.
Party's getting started!" Bam! A bunch of Egg Fort cheerleaders appear, just like gorgeous women with like flowing hair and their eyes are like glowing. They just walk into the party. You see Percival with a bloody nose goes, "Wonderful, wonderful, the party has started!"
I'm pinching my legs so hard because that's what I do when I'm overwhelmed sexually.
You see that she looks at you, Riz, and says, "You're a funny little man. Have you ever played Knifey Fingers?"
That sounds terrifying.
What, are you a little
Oh, I love you.
She walks right up to you, grabs the back of your head, and plants a kiss on your mouth.
Oh, I go just as hard right there.
Make an insight check.
Yeah,
I also want to make an insight
I got
check.
a 16.
This is the craziest person you've ever seen.
I got 27.
You see that she fully dips you, like takes you into like the dip position, pulls your shirt down, pulls a little baggie of dragon spice out, pours it on your chest, and whoa! All right, this is a Hudol party, so I'm going to set the rules. First of all, one person invisible at all times. If you manage to stab them, they have to drink. Let's do this!
That's the only rule?
You aren't Adaine's sister, are you?
Oh, you're one of Adaine's little friends.
Wait, are you Adain's sister?
Aelwyn Abinant in the flesh.
Oh, you just kissed Adaine's sister.
Yes.
You can't do that to a friend.
Oh,
We're gonna cut back real quick to we're gonna come back to the Abernant home. You look and see Aelwyn's door open to her room. You're not allowed to go.
I sneak it in that room.
You see in the center of her room. Go ahead and make a detect magic or make an Arcana check.
11?
You snoop around, tossing and turning stuff over each other. You see a spell open of enchantment spells to a spell called Modify Memory. You also see a small thing in her closet, buried in the back of her closet. There is a small model of a ship, a little wooden ship called the Harpy. And you see that around it are runes covered all the way around this little thing that are evocation storm runes.
The Harpy?
Harpy, didn't
Wasn't
someone
that the
die?
spell? Wasn't that the ship that the Oracle went down in?
Yeah.
The ship that Oracle went down was called the Cerulean.
This is a different ship? That little I knew she was bad.
You start to get texts from people you knew at Hudol showing your sister making out with Fabian.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill everybody.
I feel like I would definitely text Adaine to come to this party because Riz is no longer having fun at high school since that
I
dream.
run downstairs, I show them the picture of my sister at a party, and then I run after them.
Well, that could have been doctored. You see, you rush away.
I hate my parents.
You get to the party. It is going off. These like cheerleaders are everywhere.
Am I playing my bass?
You're playing your bass in the backyard.
Can I ask for my the one tool or proficiency to be playing a basic drum beat?
Yes, absolutely. Cool. So you've joined into the band. You're there doing your thing. You see Kristen, one of the cheerleaders comes up to you at this party, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Fiona."
So,
What?
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 I'm sorry. I'm wasted right now. What did you say?
You're cute.
Stop it.
Hi, I'm Fiona.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
Tell me more about that.
I am. Oh my gosh! Hey! And I pretend to wave to someone behind her.
Another cheerleader sees you waving and comes over and says, "Hi, I'm River."
Hi, River. Okay. Wait, what's crazy? You guys, crazy party. You guys look bored.
What?
I just went in the opposite direction. I was,
Tell me more about that.
Okay. Hey. Do you guys want to do body shots?
Stop. Tell me more about that.
Are they robots?
Wait. You just said that.
Aww.
They're fake.
Do you want to make out?
You're cute. See, she goes and starts making out with you at the party. So you see all these weird sort of nerdy, these
Oh
like
my God.
wizard athletes and these like giant egg fort cheerleaders walking around. Everybody make a perception check.
Am I there
I
yet?
don't need a perception check
You
to
bust
say
in the door.
These people are
15.
22. 21.
Just a 9.
12.
I'm concentrating on my
13.
dude. I'm not.
I really just want to try and make out with this woman some more.
You see that Aelwyn looks over to you and says, "All right, necromancy. I'm going to put a death spell in this bottle, all right? And then we're going to spin the bottle, and whoever it points at has to take it. How does that sound?"
I reach out and spin the bottle.
I'm just furiously tugging at her baby and trying to be like,
I'm just looking her dead in the eye, just like I.
She goes like, "You're a nasty little freak."
I'm gonna try to find a similar bottle and sleight of hand and switch them.
Make a sleight of hand
Okay.
check.
I pretend to like fall over while I'm grabbing Fabian and switch them. Sleight of hand. Oh, only an 11.
You go, the bottle smashes on the ground, and a skull made of ash and smoke goes and flies out the window, and she goes, "Party foul! You're a little..."
Hide!
What's your hide check?
16.
She says, "Where's that little goblin bitch? Party foul!"
Hey, I'll find him.
She says, "You're that pirate's son, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna get keel-hauled tonight. How do you feel about that?"
Oh, I can't wait.
You see, she says, "Give me 1 second to go powder my nose again. God, I love just letting loose." You see that she walks out of here.
I'm just furiously texting Adaine.
Adaine, you burst in through the door.
Where the is she?
Make a perception check again, just you two.
Oh, I am gonna use my 19.
15.
Use your 19?
Yeah.
You see a residual of your sister going up the staircase, of like magic going up the staircase.
I cast a spell magic on her.
Oh, you don't see her
Oh, I don't
right
see
now.
her? Great. Then I run up after her.
Are you following?
Yeah.
You guys run up, you get to this door. The door is locked as you get there. But you hear the noise of her talking to Ostentation on the other side.
Okay, well, let's
Should
listen.
we listen in? Yeah.
You hear, "Listen, it's just a little bit of divinatory magic. Don't be a square, Ostentation." Ostentation goes, "Okay, I just don't know this Hudal stuff super well, and I don't know, can you just take my word for it?" "I would love to be able to take your word for it, but we just want to make sure." Ooh, make an Arcana check.
12.
A spell you don't recognize, a unique spell, something crafted by your sister, is cast. You hear her say, "Oh, goody, you were telling the truth. Goodbye, Ostentation."
I
break it
break
down.
down the door.
Bust
I
in the
use
door.
freeze to freeze the door lock open. And
You raise frost. Go ahead and make a dexterity check to get
Okay.
to the door.
Just dexterity?
Yep.
Okay, 19.
Click! You click the door open. You rush in. You see Aelwyn holding a crystal palimpsest in her hand.
you
Ostentation is sucked into the palimpsest. She looks, whips to see
I
you.
punch her in the face.
I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
23.
That's all for this week on Fantasy High. Tune in next week as it's sister versus sister. Let's get it on.
I'm gonna kill my sister!
I'm gonna tell on you so bad, you're gonna be grounded forever.
Not if I kill you and your friends first.
I'll run into the pool to get on fire.
I'm going to drive the hangman straight down that central hallway.
Bam! Bam! Smash into the beer pong table. House party, dude.
You might get permanently killed.
Riz, bam! Hits the middle of the deck.
Yes, I'm insane. You made me insane.
That's it for this chapter of Dimension 20. But wait, what harkens on the wind? Speak to me, bird. More full episodes of Dropout.tv's own Dimension 20? Available with a free trial that you could sign up for today? Hopefully our viewers are brave enough to answer the call. There he goes.
This sports party has some unlikely sports goers, but a group of Eggfort cheerleaders have showed up along with Aylwin Abernant.